Hello, this is Billy Johnson 367. Yes, that is 367, not 367, as I'm sure most people will look at that and think that's it, but I call it 367. I've always have. The purpose of this video is I wanted to talk about two things. The first is the purpose of my channel, and the second is my recent video upload quality. Just the videos I've been putting out recently. The first is the purpose of my channel. I don't do this for money. I don't monetize my content. Mainly because I don't want to deal with the copyright of YouTube. I've noticed a lot recently from, just the popular YouTubers that I watch. They just deal with all this copyright bullshit and they try to work around it. They try to monetize their content and make money, make this a living, but I'm not going to make this a living. I have a job, you know. I just so happen to spend all of my free time playing games anyway, so I might as well just upload it to YouTube. And that's really the main bit of this. I'm not here. I don't care how big this channel gets. I don't care how much fame, this brings me. I don't want it, to be honest. I don't want money. I'm not going to put my PayPal anywhere. That's not what this is about. This is just, I love games. And, I've been playing them my whole life. And I figured, YouTube could be a media outlet where I could showcase my gameplay to people who are willing to watch and listen. And, just, have a discussion about it. Because I am going to be reviewing games. I'm going to be talking about mechanics in certain games, like RTS games that I'm really interested in. And just showcasing gameplay uh, of the games that I'm playing, just so I can share it with other people who are interested, because I was at that point as well, where I still watch people play games, simply because I'm like, oh wow, what's that game? I don't want to buy it, not really interested, but what? How are other people playing it? How do other people think about it? Or maybe I'll watch other people play the same games that I've played, and I'm wondering, what do they think about it? Do they think it's shit? Do they think it's good? Why do they think it's good? Why do they think it's shit? Uh, and so that's really the purpose of this channel, is to just show people my gaming experience, just like other people do. The second part is the recent video quality is what I wanted to talk about lastly. And I just started doing this not even a week ago. And I made most of these videos, maybe up to like part 6 and part... Oh, I didn't even put a 7 there. I put an 8. So there's about like 12 videos here. And most of them, all of them are shit. Yeah, all of them are shit. Because I just now started working with Vegas Pro and making it so that way when my videos are uploaded to YouTube, they use a certain codec instead of the usual AAC. And AAC is good if you're like doing like a face cam or whatever and just showing people like your face and there's not really anything moving on in the video. Like no fast motions or shit. But with gameplay, there's a lot of fast motions. There's like pixels of grass, and if they're not using the right codec that my future videos are going to be uploaded with, because of how I change the settings in Vegas Pro when I render my videos now, it could, like, if you move too fast, there's a lot of blurring, there's a lot of pixelation, and it just looks like shit, and that's not what you want in gameplay. And the another reason I'm converting my videos is that these videos are they're pretty big. That, if you can't see that, that's 60 gigabytes. And as a noob, as a new person to uploading YouTube, I decided to upload the first 4 videos this way, and it took me like 4 or 5 days to do it because of my upload speed is like 6 megabits per second, and that's slow, man. That's slow, but that's always the case with most internet service providers, is that their upload speed is pretty low, just enough to play games, not have lag. And the download speed is pretty high because, you are downloading big files, but actually uploading stuff, big files to like YouTube, is going to take forever. So definitely needed to uh, find a way to convert the file into a smaller size, have it use the right codec for YouTube, but also not take as long uh, than like a full day that I was uploading these to YouTube. And so I think it's been pretty good. I've checked both the Vegas Pro conversion version and the original video, and the quality looked about the same. Uh, and it's only 12 gigabytes instead of, say, the original video that's, whoa, 905. I don't think that's right. Let me see that. Yeah, 62.5. So that's like, 50 gigs less. And then, that's going to improve my upload time and how long I'm uploading. So, and it only took about like, these videos are 2 hours long, and it took about, 2 hours to render, which is fine, because it's a 2 hour video, whatever. It took like about an hour or two. I think it took about an hour, yeah. So that's definitely going to cut my time from like a full day down to just an hour, and then like just sleep off, and then like the video will be published the next morning. So that'll be good for me, because I really want to get these videos out. I've only been able to put the fourth one on, and that's it's just been too slow. So I'm happy with this. This is great. Hopefully the quality isn't lost. I've checked the settings in Vegas Pro to make sure of that. It didn't look like any difference, but I am worried about the quality. I want to make sure that it's, it still looks good, even after compression. And then, of course, compression to YouTube, but with the codec that YouTube is going to use with these videos, and I hope it uses it, which I actually think it did. I'm not too sure. I have to check again, but, it's not going to look like blurry or something that I've seen my other videos look like. So that's good. Another thing is learning with OBS. I've made an audio output for the game and then an input for the mic, and so now, and I've also all of these other videos have been one track for the audio. So what that means is the mic sound and the game sound are combined into one track. So if you wanted to make your mic louder, there's no way to alter that because it's all in one track. But now, as you can see here, I have track 1 as the mic audio and track 2 as the desktop audio. So if I were to take this video into Vegas Pro, there would be 2 tracks of audio. I can increase the volume for one, lower it for the other. So you know what? With any future content that I make of Nier Replicant or any other game, I can always be like, you know what? Maybe the game's a little too loud at this point or at another point. So I'm going to lower it. Maybe it's too soft. I'm going to increase it. My highest priority is to make sure that like the game is heard, but that my mic is heard more, because you want the commentary. I want commentary in these videos, and I want my voice to be heard over the game. With these past videos, it's been kind of random because I've only been decreasing, like softening the audio a bit. So all of these videos, I'm sorry to say, but they're all shit. But, now that I've learned a little better, going forward, it's going to improve. One thing I do want to say, though, is that for video 12 and 13, which are probably going to be parts 11 and 12 on YouTube, considering that I went from video 6 to 8 in 07, like a dumbass. I messed up to where the mic, the game sound is like higher than the mic in 12 and 13. So, again, no way I can fix that. So if you can't hear me, that's a bummer. That's a bummer for me though, because that's 4 hours worth of content that I can't save and I can't alter in any way. Not unless if anyone has a solution, I'd be willing to hear it, honestly. But anything to help out. But I don't think there's any way I can change that because it's all one audio track. So yeah, that's a bummer. Another thing is something that really fatal happened in my latest video recording that I made. Number 13. Uh, Something happened in the game to where it looks nice at first, but something happened to where the game loaded up in 4K resolution. Yeah, you can see like it's only a corner of the map that OBS is recording right now. So the gameplay just looks like this. And, it still looks a little decent. It's got the center in a bit. It at least has me and what I'm doing in there. So it's not terrible. The audio is even worse, I think. If anything between the audio and the actual gameplay, I think the audio is worse. Because the game is louder than me and you can't really hear me, so that sucks. And there's no really way I can change this, or at least I think I can change this. Which is a bummer, because I honestly feel like in this second half of the game is when things got good. So, that sucks. But yeah, I don't think there's any way to change this. But apparently what happened is the game loaded up in 4K. Now my monitor is 1440p, and OBS scales that down to 1080p in these recordings. So these are all 1080p recordings. Which you might not think in YouTube, because when I convert it to 1440p. Surprisingly, I don't know why. I should probably just like keep it at 1440p, but whatever. Actually, no matter of fact, maybe I will just keep it at 1440p. Whatever. Um, but apparently the game loaded in 4K, and because OBS is only taking 2K out, you just saw it. It just takes a corner of it and records that, and I don't think there's any way to change it, so that sucks. Um, so yeah, I didn't catch that until after an hour of the recording, and I ended the recording to go to work, and I had noticed throughout that like the Steam overlay, like whenever like a friend would pop up or someone was playing a game, it was smaller than usual, and I couldn't figure what the hell was going on. I didn't think of it. I was like, oh, okay. Well, I look in the settings and it's like it turned into 4K at startup, and I don't know why it did that. I set it to 1440p, so I don't know what the fuck happened. I'm glad I caught it now, so it's just one video that's fucked up, and I'm glad I changed the audio situation, so now I can effectively improve that however I wish. But yeah, just wanted to say that like Near Replicant parts 1 through 12 are just going to be garbage. And I apologize for that. That was my uh I rushed it. It's my fault. But going forward, after parts 12, I expect things to get better. And if there's any problems that I see, I can always like change it up and fix it. Because now I have these fail safes. I now have 2 audio tracks. But yeah, that's all I really wanted to say. Peace out.